Blue Peter. Greetings! This car is one that every sports car enthusiast longs to own, a vintage Bentley. What a way to arrive! Would you like one?
It's the only way to travel, isn't it?
It's a Bentley Speed 6 and it dates back from 1930, but it's still breaking records in 1988. And of course, it's the pride and joy of Stanley Mann, the lucky owner. Thank you very much for driving us in so fast.
And my Bentley is a 1988 model and probably the most luxurious car that money can buy. Now, driving it is absolutely wonderful. I want one. Modern Bentleys are known for their luxury and style, but 50 years ago, Bentleys were sports cars, better known for speed, like the Porsches and Ferraris of today.
Now, we've got 3 of the 3,030 cars that carry one of these famous winged bee flashes, which of course stands for Bentley. The skill and engineering genius of one man created these cars. His name was Walter Owen Bentley, who was born exactly 100 years ago. Even as a little boy, Bentley loved tinkering with any machine he could lay his hands on. It must have surprised everyone at Clifton College, the public school he went to, because he soon left to work on the railways as an engineer. He was good at anything that involved mechanics and often raced his motorbike at Brooklands, the famous track in Surrey. Anything he rode or drove, he tended to improve. And he thought of using aluminium pistons to increase the power of engines. And he put those ideas into creating his first car engines and cars. And this blueprint down here shows the details of the Bentley Radiator. And this is the car that made his name famous.
This 3-litre car is the actual one that was the star attraction at the 1926 Motor Show. I'll just open the bonnet and you can look at the engine. Now, like every Bentley made, it has aluminium pistons inside this gleaming engine. His railway training had given him a feeling for power and strength. And as he said, we're going to make a fast car, a good car, the best of its class. Brooklands racetrack was the home of Britain's motor car racing, and dozens of Bentleys hurtled round the bank track, usually driven by wealthy young men, who, unlike today's racing drivers, would motor the same cars home after a race. In France, the Le Mans 24-hour race was a great event. Drivers had to run to their cars at the start, which tended to cause a major traffic jam. Bentleys had a magnificent record, winning it 4 years running. This is the British flag from the door of one of the 1929 Le Mans cars, when Bentleys came first, second, third and fourth, and you can't do much better than that.
You certainly can't. And how about this for a car? Now, under this bonnet is an 8-litre engine, which is 4 or 5 times the power of an ordinary family car. Its owner, Stanley Mann, has claimed 3 records with it this year on the Millbrook circuit in Bedfordshire. He rode round at over 115 miles per hour to clock up new 100-mile, 200-kilometre and 1-hour records. And with co-driver Vaughan Davis, the 1930 Bentley Speed 6, which is the one that Yvette and I travelled in to the studio at the beginning of the show, achieved the 200-mile class record at a staggering 102.29 miles per hour. Not bad for a 58-year-old machine. And isn't it great to see these cars still performing today? And we heard an hour ago that the RAC has just confirmed these 4 new records, which is a great way to celebrate the Bentley centenary year. Now, this weekend, over 100 Bentley cars will be going to Clifton College for a special rally at his old school.
Well, I bet they're really proud of him now, but I wonder what they thought when he left to work on the railways. Well, unfortunately, Walter Bentley couldn't make the business pay after 1929, and by 1931, his firm was taken over by Rolls-Royce, who are one of his rivals. So the name lives on, and you can still buy a brand new Bentley, although it's made by Rolls-Royce. Now, this is a Turbo R. It's got an aluminium engine under its bonnet, and I'm quite sure that W.O. Bentley would have approved of that. It'll do 150 miles per hour if you happen to have a racetrack available, and the style of the traditional radiator is still the same. This car really is British engineering at its best, but there's only one small snag, which is that you have to pay nearly £92,000 to buy one.
Whew, a lot of money.